Is Samsung planning to kill off the Galaxy S Plus series next year? That's what a new rumor suggests, and all eyes are now on the Galaxy S25 Edge to see if it can deliver. According to reports, Samsung is seriously considering replacing the Galaxy S26 Plus with the upcoming Galaxy S26 Edge in 2026. But here's the catch. This decision depends entirely on how well the S25 Edge performs in the market. If that phone does well, the Plus model might be gone for good. Let's break this down. Right now, Samsung's Galaxy S lineup includes the base model, the Plus, and the Ultra. Then later in the year, they drop an FE model, a slightly cheaper version with solid specs. This year, the Galaxy S25 FE is already in development. And now, with the S25 Edge added to the mix, Samsung could have up to 5 phones in the same lineup. That's a lot, so it makes sense they might want to trim things down. Here's the real reason this change might happen. Sales numbers. Based on what Samsung is reportedly telling its suppliers, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is expected to sell the most, about 17.4 million units. The base Galaxy S25 is close behind with 13.6 million, but the Galaxy S25 Plus just 6.7 million units. That's the lowest of the bunch. So from a business point of view, it seems logical. Why keep making a model that isn't pulling its weight when the Edge is newer, more exciting, and maybe better suited to the current market? According to the leak, Samsung has already kicked off development on the Galaxy S26 series under the project name NPA. The current plan is to start with 3 models: the base Galaxy S26, the Galaxy S26 Edge, and the Galaxy S26 Ultra. But here's the interesting part. Samsung is leaving some wiggle room. If the Galaxy S25 Edge doesn't do as well as they hope, Samsung might still bring back the S26 Plus next year. In that case, both the Edge and Plus models could exist separately. That's because Samsung doesn't want to give up on the ultra-slim phone category, especially now that Apple is rumored to join in with its own thin iPhone 17 Air. So, what makes the Edge model so special anyway? It's built for people who want high-end features without the bulk of the Ultra. You still get top-tier hardware, like a 200-megapixel main camera, the powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy chip, and all the Galaxy AI tools, but in a slimmer, more comfortable design. It fills a nice gap between the base and Ultra, and it could turn into a fan favorite if marketed well. If the S25 Edge does take off, Samsung might not just kill the Plus model. They could double down on thin flagship phones across their lineup. It would also push them to use more advanced battery tech like silicon carbon, which offers higher capacity in the same size. Have you ever imagined an iPhone that folds like a book, blending Apple's signature style with a brand new design? For years, the idea of a foldable iPhone sounded like something from a sci-fi story, but now it's becoming a reality. Recent leaks and insider information reveal that Apple is preparing to launch a foldable iPhone, and this isn't just a one-off device. Apple plans to make it a regular part of their lineup, just like their regular iPhones. This foldable iPhone won't be a niche product or a limited edition. Sources say it will be Apple's most premium model, even more exclusive and expensive than the current Pro Max versions. Some experts believe that in the coming years, this foldable iPhone could become the flagship device, replacing the Pro Max as the top-tier model. Apple's plan is bold, but the company has a history of pulling off big changes in the smartphone world. If you're worried it might be another iPhone mini or Plus, phones that Apple quietly stopped making after well, don't be. The foldable iPhone is expected to receive yearly updates, just like Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold series. Apple aims to improve it every year, making it better and more refined over time. But why has Apple waited so long to jump into foldable phones, when competitors like Samsung, Oppo, and Google have already released theirs? The answer is simple. Apple wants perfection. They've spent years working on the design to fix problems that other foldable phones still struggle with, like the crease in the screen. Apple isn't interested in launching just another foldable phone. They want to create something that feels smooth, beautiful, and convincing enough to win over even the most skeptical users. Many believe that Apple's entrance into the foldable market could spark renewed excitement. Foldable phones have lost some popularity in recent years, with sales slowing and interest fading. But Apple has a reputation for turning technology into must-have products. If they get it right, This foldable iPhone could bring a fresh wave of excitement and energy to foldable smartphones everywhere. The release date is still unclear. Some reports say the foldable iPhone will arrive in 2026 alongside the iPhone 18, while others expect it to launch in 2027, marking the 20th anniversary of the first iPhone. Apple might even introduce a new all-glass iPhone Pro around the same time to make the event even more special. One thing is certain: Apple isn't just testing the waters with this device. The foldable iPhone is meant to stay and become a core part of their product lineup. Of course, Apple will face stiff competition. Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 7, Google's Pixel 9 Pro Fold, and Oppo's Find N5 are already established foldables with strong features, attractive designs, and some even offer advanced AI capabilities ahead of Apple's current software. Apple's challenge will be to stand out in a market that's becoming more crowded and competitive. What happens when a tech giant decides to poke a little fun at its biggest rival? That's exactly what Samsung is doing right now, and they're doing it in a clever way. With the launch of their new Galaxy S25 Edge, Samsung isn't just introducing another flagship phone. They're using humor, subtle comparisons, and bold advertising to send a message. And let's be honest, people are noticing. Samsung has released 2 new ads for the Galaxy S25 Edge, and both are catching a lot of attention, especially online. These aren't your typical polished TV commercials. They're short, punchy, and clearly made to go viral on social media. What makes them stand out? Samsung is playfully targeting Apple without ever saying the name, but anyone watching these ads can tell exactly who they're talking about. The first ad is all about how light the Galaxy S25 Edge is. It weighs just 163 grams, making it one of the lightest flagship smartphones available right now. To make this point, the ad uses a fun idea. How many balloons would it take to make this phone float? The answer, of course, is not many. But when they show a different phone, one that clearly resembles an iPhone, they suggest it would take over 54 balloons just to lift it. It's a light-hearted comparison, but the message is clear. Samsung is saying their phone is sleeker, lighter, and more modern. The second ad focuses on how thin the Galaxy S25 Edge is. At just 5.8 millimeters thick, it easily fits into any pocket or disappears into your hand. In the video, someone holds the phone, and it practically vanishes in their grip. Then, they show another phone that looks bulkier by comparison. Again, no names are used, but there's no question about which company Samsung is pointing to. This strategy isn't new for Samsung. They've done this before, teasing Apple for things like removing the headphone jack or introducing the camera notch. For a while, they toned it down, but with the S25 Edge, it seems Samsung is bringing that playful tone back. And honestly, it seems to be working. These ads are being shared widely across social media, and people are talking, not just about the humor, but about the phone itself. And there's good reason to talk. The Galaxy S25 Edge isn't just slim and light, it's powerful. While the ads focus on design, what's inside the phone matters too. With top-tier specs, a sharp display, and Samsung's usual focus on performance, the S25 Edge is more than just a pretty device. It's a serious contender for one of the best smartphones of the year. At the same time, rumors are heating up about Apple's next big move. According to leaks, Apple is working on an ultra-slim phone of their own, possibly called the iPhone 17 Air. While it hasn't been officially announced, it's clear both companies are aiming to lead the next smartphone trend.